Good morning, church. It's my honor to be here today to talk about the Legacy Sunday. I believe I was the 27th person asked before I said yes to do this today. So I do appreciate being here, and I would like to just begin by saying that I want to thank all of you that reached out and gave my family and myself support during the recent loss of Randy. It was very comforting, and I most appreciated it. So thank you. You're in my heart. 2 Corinthians states, each of you should give what you have decided in your heart to give, not reluctantly or under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver. Now, you have all heard this passage many, many times, especially on Consecration Sunday and other times when our wonderful church is asking you for your financial support. Legacy Sunday is different. We are not asking for your help now, but urging you to consider helping our mission in the future. The way our budget is constructed, and most of you understand this if you've been around here for a while, is that the yearly pledging and gifts go towards the general operation of the church. The payment of the salaries of pastors and staff, supporting the music and family ministry programs, supporting our mission obligations both locally and in far-reaching areas of poverty and desperation, all are supported by you, our faithful givers, on a yearly basis. What is outside the annual budget, and under current circumstances not possible to include in the annual budget, are the larger capital projects that are so critically needed to keep our beautiful facilities safe, secure, and in good shape. Projects which are listed in the handout, which Stuart held up for you, such as boiler and kitchen replacements, parking lot upgrades, roof replacements, sidewalk repairs, painting the sanctuary, the mustard seed garden, prayer room, keeping the cemetery sustainable and beautiful, and many others are only possible by large and small bequests left to the church at the time when you yourselves pass into paradise. Leaving a bequest designated for specific projects or general use by the church is a legacy gift that the leadership, through prayer and wisdom, will certainly put to good use. These gifts are not used for the regular operations and programs of the church, but are set aside and designated for large projects that affect the facility's sustainability. It is not the amount of the gift that matters, but it is the spirit of the gift that is important. A gift that, with your passing, will be used to start so that generations going forward will benefit from your legacy, and you will be remembered as a benefactor of the church in honor of God. My personal story concerns my generational involvement in the Salem church. My grandparents were married in the church in 1918. My father, brother, wife, and sister-in-law have all served as elders. I became an elder at age 28 and am still currently serving. For 3 decades, a man came to church and sat in the very first pew every Sunday. He was long a widower with no children. He wore the same tweed jacket every Sunday, spring, winter, summer, or fall. He promptly fell asleep as soon as the sermon started, and I mean exactly when the sermon started, only to be roused by the closing organ piece. He owned a furniture store in downtown Salem, and he gave very modestly to the church. He passed in the mid-1990s when the church was struggling, as all small churches do over time. We were notified as the elder board by his attorney that we had been left a bequest in his will. Understanding his modest giving record and the fact that whenever the church bought appliances or furniture from him, we were given the 10% church discount, we didn't expect the large bequest when we were notified of this gift. Boy, were we wrong. Uncle Evan, as he was known, left the church under an established trust $8 million. We were to receive, going forward, 70% of the yearly earnings, and the other 30% was to be reinvested to increase the endowment. Today, the church receives, on a good market year, between $500,000 to $600,000 annually from this gift. In my opinion, this bequest not only saved the church, but also allowed us to establish the Lighthouse Youth Ministries, which built a community garden in the worst part of Salem. A latter gift from the matriarch of the Campbell family allowed us to restore an adjacent vacant home into a community center. This project, which some of you have seen on a site visit, is making a vital difference in Salem. It provides food, nutritional education, and most importantly, spiritual nourishment to the surrounding, very impoverished community. This gift is an example of what can be done with legacy giving. I encourage you to look up the Lighthouse website at www.lighthouseministryinc.org and see for yourselves the impact a gift of this magnitude can have on a struggling church and a struggling community. In closing, I urge you to discuss as a family and with a financial planner the opportunities available to you to make a meaningful and impactful gift to this church. A gift that will enable this church to make a difference in the community it serves for the glory of God. Our church matters, and to continue to serve our community faithfully, we need you. May God bless you in all ways. Thank you.